the Buffalo Bills needed a wide receiver. And this was something we again saw on Monday Night Football. Obviously, Stephon Diggs is down in Houston now. Keon Coleman hasn't necessarily had that breakout debut they're looking for. I believe Dalton Kincaid, who is a great player, is currently the receiving leader in Buffalo. So they went out and they said, you know what, Josh, you need some help. You've got one of the best arms in the NFL. You're one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. You're on Josh Butts' fantasy team. We need to get you some help. And they went out and they got Amari Cooper, who, you know what? The Bengals play the Browns this week, and I am so glad that they don't have to worry about Amari Cooper. What a talented wide receiver.
Now they have to worry about Jerry Jeudy. All right, continue.
Yeah, Amari Cooper, this trade, the Browns received a 2025 third-round pick and a 2026 seventh-round pick. The Bills received Amari Cooper and a 2025 sixth. The dead cap that the Browns will eat in 2024 is $7.9 million after they restructured his contract earlier this year, potentially preparing for a trade. And then next season, it looks like they also will eat $22.5 million. So, big trade there for Buffalo Bills fans. I'd be excited. Amari Cooper, super talented receiver, has done a lot in Buffalo, has done a lot in Cleveland, has done a lot in Dallas, did a lot in Oakland when he was with the Raiders. So super exciting if you're a Buffalo Bills fan. Josh Allen has been making it work with, honestly, kind of a cast of, misfits, kind of put together toys. You're waiting for Keon Coleman, who has a ton of potential, don't get me wrong, to kind of break out, but he just hasn't done it. But he's been thrown to like Mac Hollins, who isn't. Mac Hollins is
Curtis
good.
Samuel.
Yeah, we're not talking big names out there. Well, now they said, you know what, we're going to get our boy some help, make a run. What do you think about this trade?
All right, now this trade I'm a little bit less skeptical about. I think what?
Really?
Yes, I'm less skeptical about this one because I think that with this trade in comparison to the other trade, I feel like you said, Josh Allen kind of needed the help. I don't know. I know Aaron Rodgers and everyone has said that Aaron Rodgers needed the help. I don't know entirely if he did. I still think it might just be working out the play calling and whatnot. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know if they'll work out the magic. I think with Josh Allen having Amari Cooper, obviously Amari Cooper had a lot of big games last season. I think it was mostly with Joe Flacco, if I remember correctly, or just with somebody that wasn't Deshaun Watson. Amari Cooper was trapped. Amari Cooper was trapped in Cleveland, and now he has been freed. Freed my man, Amari Cooper, and now he is in Buffalo. The thing is Buffalo, like you said, has worked with a pretty interesting cast of wide receivers over the last couple of weeks, and they've been winning. And by adding Amari Cooper to the mix, who I still think has all the potential in the world. I'm not saying Devontae Adams doesn't, but I think Amari Cooper having all the potential in the world still, despite being kind of, outshined by other wide receivers in the NFL because he's playing for Cleveland and with Deshaun Watson. I think this could be really beneficial for Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen will now actually have a wide receiver one weapon, nowhere close maybe to Stephon Diggs, but definitely somebody that he can consistently probably throw to and will probably be able to catch some of those balls and kind of get those touchdowns when you need them most. I mean, you have James Cook. I mean, and now even some of those like average wide receiver 2s and 3s, like your Mac Hollins and your Curtis Samuels, who may have been more of like your wide receiver 1s who have been like, okay, whatever, you could take them or leave them. Even Shakir, I mean, all of these people now that can run slot or whatnot might actually even benefit more by having like a set wide receiver 1 that they could double cover. I don't think it's a bad move. I think that this one's probably it could be more beneficial for Buffalo, who is in more of a position to win, in my opinion, than the Jets are.
I love this trade. Like I said, as a Buffalo fan, I mean, you're going to have to give him an extension or a restructured deal, but he's a 30-year-old veteran receiver, but his last 2 years in Cleveland, he has put up 1,000 yards with. This is another guy who what quarterbacks have been throwing to him? Okay.
Deshaun Watson, Joe
Deshaun
Flacco.
Watson, Joe Flacco, Dorian Thompson Robinson, and not like
they're all right. They're fine.
but like Josh Allen. Come on.
Yeah.
Like that's
Who's been able to win games with just being Josh Allen? Like it's just, I mean, that team. Listen, we went, and I'm sure we'll have to go back to and look at all of our takes earlier in the season of who was going to win every division. But like, we counted Buffalo out so hard. We really did. We counted Buffalo. I know I did. But Josh Allen surprised, and now with Josh Allen having like you said, 30-year-old veteran being Amari Cooper, who has had 1,000 yards receiving with the stellar quarterback cast that he's had. I think this is going to be a good move. And if Amari Cooper gets double covered and he catches 3 balls out of the 8 targets he gets or something like that, I guarantee you it's going to open up players like Shakir and Curtis Samuel, or even Mac Hollins, or even people like Dalton Kincaid or Dawson Knox, you know?
Yeah.
Or even James Cook, you know, more TDs for James Cook. I don't know. I mean, well,
Ray Davis, which I was not high on this rookie running back class. Ray Davis looked great on Monday Night Football.
Davis blew up. You know, I picked up Ty, and he did not do well. Ty did not do well this week, but that's okay. So
Ray Davis was killing it. The Buffalo has a lot to be excited about here. They've got some young guys, and something that people aren't going to talk about, but definitely should be talking about, is Amari Cooper. He can help Keon Coleman get that breakout. I'm sure that was considered when they were looking at who do they want to bring in, because they're still looking at Keon Coleman as the future here. So who is going to come in and help aid in getting Keon Coleman to where he needs to be to help this offense in the future? And Amari Cooper seems like a guy he's gone through a lot in Cleveland. We'll just say that. And I don't remember him ever saying anything.
No, I don't think he ever was one of those guys that was in the news. I mean, I give him a lot of credit. I still don't necessarily agree. And Josh definitely doesn't either. And I know we're fans of the rival here, but like, I still think Baker Mayfield being moved out of Cleveland was a horrendous idea by Cleveland, bringing Deshaun Watson. But I think even Amari Cooper being traded from Dallas to Cleveland, you know, and him having it all in Dallas, you know, with Dak Prescott and everything, and being moved to Cleveland with now Deshaun Watson and whatnot. Like you said, I don't think he said anything. I don't think he complained about it. I don't think he really, he never seemed agitated. He never really threw like a fit or anything like that. He's just, I mean, I might be completely wrong, but I just don't remember him ever being in the news for anything. I remember him being in the news for like last year. I remember him having like a humongous game last year. I don't remember what game it was, but I remember he blew up and everyone was like, dang, I had him on my bench and he had like 55 fantasy points. And that wasn't an exaggeration. He had something insane.
I remember that game. I think he was on my bench, and he's been on my bench this year because Deshaun Watson can't throw a football. And, you know, I heard a theory that like basically no one's going to punish Deshaun Watson anymore. So Kevin Stefanski is just going to punish him by making him play. And I think it was on a Barstool Sports podcast that they actually said this, that they're just going to make Deshaun Watson play football since he's so bad at it now and let himself be publicly shunned. So Bengals, there is absolutely no reason you should lose this game.